Right, our next guest just called me a dope. Jess Kelly, good morning to you. How are you?
Hiya, I'm sorry about that.
So what am I wearing?
You're wearing an Irish company's glasses. They're called Amber Eyewear. And the idea with these is that they reduce the blue light exposure. So we all know we're spending way too much time on our screens. I noticed at the beginning of the first lockdown, I was getting really bad headaches and it kind of felt like my eyes were burning out of my skull, which is obviously not ideal.
No, not
great. So I went and bought these. They're 55 quid.
Right.
And the idea, as I said, is it reduces the exposure. So when I go home in the evening, I have a pair that have my prescription in them. They're a little bit more expensive if you wear glasses wearing human to get your prescription put in. I think it's around 130 quid. And you just wear them when you're watching TV, if you're on your laptop. I know a lot of people who are working from home are wearing them consistently now, even if they don't require prescription glasses, because it is making a difference. Don't pull that face.
No, I'm making a good face. I'm making a, like, it's very hard to buy gifts for people who you live with. Like,
really?
Yeah, because you've already got everything at this stage of your life.
No, but that's why tech gifts like this are great.
That's what I was about to say. This is my endorsement for it. It's like,
okay,
you're going to get it and you'll be like, oh, great, you bought me a pair of glasses that don't actually do anything. No, they're making you be a better person. They're making you healthier and less headaches.
You also get the benefit from it, though, as well, because it stops people moaning. You know, if you live with someone who's like, oh, I've got a headache and my eyes are sore and blah, 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 just give them these, and then you're solving a problem for you and a problem for them. So everyone wins. I'm a really nice person.
So they're not the only glasses you brought in. I know I'm not sticking to the order on our list here, but what are these?
These are very, very cool, but I was told that I also look like a dope when I wear them, as we can see here. These are new Huawei Eye Monster glasses, and the idea with these is that they are just normal glasses.
It's linking it with my computer or something, isn't it?
It's linking with my phone.
Right.
So the idea is that there's speakers built into the arms of the glasses.
Right.
And if I press play on my music, you can then hear it without having to have headphones in.
Okay.
You can also take calls. This is kind of a step into new types of wearable. We've heard a lot about the fitness wearables. This is now...
Do you remember everybody looked like a complete clown with the little Bluetooth earpiece, and they'd be wandering around, particularly businessmen shouting on the streets. You'd be like, this was before people kind of walked around speaking on the microphone, and they were like, oh, they've gone crazy. All the businessmen of Ireland have gone crazy, and there's this little device, a microchip in their ears that people are controlling them by.
Yeah.
Well, this is the next stage of that, right?
You kind of look like Anna Wintour.
that's the look I'm going for.
Yeah, you're nailing it. Yeah, it is. They are very cool. I think it's good innovation. The one thing I would say, though, is that everyone can hear what you're listening to. So if you're walking down the street and you've got a bit of Ariana or Tay-Tay on, everyone's going to know about it. Also, while they can take and make calls from them, if you're having sort of a bitchy conversation, everyone's going to hear about it. So just be mindful of that. Everyone can hear both sides of the conversation. I am excited by it, though. I think they're around €350. It's something new from Huawei, and I do think in the next 12 months we're going to see more of this type of stuff. But this is sort of the gift for the person who has everything.
Okay. These are the not the earphones that you lost last year famously.
Thanks for bringing that up again.
Oh, sure, look. But these are the next generation of those,
yeah, these are the newer ones. So they are the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. These are the ones that I absolutely love and adore. And if people ask me for recommendations of what they should wear for, whether it is for sport or for just going around, the mic quality is great as well. So again, if you're working from home and you're making and taking a lot of calls and you don't want to have the phone up against you, the Galaxy Buds Live are brilliant. They're usually around the €200 mark, but they're down at the moment to 179. And I would highly recommend them. Worth noting, they work with both Android and iPhones as well, so you don't have to have a Samsung phone to work with the Samsung headphones.
Okay, and then we've got some other stuff here. So
yes. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So this is my favourite wearable of the year. I know every time I'm on, I'm banging on about different Fitbits, different Garmin trackers. This is another Huawei product, and this is called the Huawei Fit. And it's a smartwatch, again, that pairs to any device. You don't have to have a Huawei phone for it to work. It just uses normal Bluetooth. And it does all the usual fitness trackery bits. So it'll monitor your steps, your sport. You're like properly enjoying your little like model thing, aren't you really? You're having a great time. It'll do all of the stuff that you want it to do, as well as sleep. It has really good auto sport detection. But what I like about it is the compatibility between the different phones, because obviously I'm jumping from phone to phone the entire time. But because it uses normal Bluetooth, it'll sync up straight away. You'll get things like your messages. You'll be able to control your music output. So if you're listening to a podcast, you can pause it, you can skip it, and so on. And it's much more affordable than a lot of the other ones that are out there. It's usually €130 and it's on sale at the moment to €99, and it is, of all the ones I've tried this year, this is my favourite.
Okay, the quality has kind of rapidly increased in the wearables. It's gone from like this giant clunky thing, the old brick mobile phone style, to now something that's quite sleek and actually has functionality that you use.
Yeah, like a lot of them, I remember last year when I was here with you guys, I had one, I don't know if Owen wore it or if I wore it, and it kind of looked like a satellite dish on the wrist. It was so big, and it was just not comfortable to wear. It wasn't practical to wear if you wanted to, you know, wear it all day long or when you're sleeping and so on. But the functionality of them has gone up a gear. Fitbit brought out a new one called the Fitbit Sense, which Nathan Murphy is now walking around modelling. I don't know if you've noticed. It looks very like an Apple Watch.
Right.
And it, yeah, no.
He's good at that. Like
he hustles harder than anyone else in here.
Wow.
But he has it, and the thing about that one is that has built-in ECG detection and stress management. You may have noticed he's like very zen now.
Well, no, he definitely needs that.
But that one is quite expensive. It's around €330. But it's because it has that next level med tech built into it.
Right.
We're going to see a lot more of that. You know, everything in our homes is becoming smarter, and it's there for convenience. Over the next 12 to 36 months, we're going to see it getting smarter, but for our benefit. So your fridge, you know, may not let you take a can of fizzy drink out of the fridge.
Well, then I'll break that fridge.
It's doing it because it loves you.
No,
because
it's not.
It's programmed to do so.
Shaming me.
But yeah, no, the Fitbits, the wearables are definitely getting better.
Okay, so we have...
Sorry, Jerry, is this a case where people are looking for those very specific things like Nathan's fancy watch, like about your own health? What's the stat you use, your ECG? What is that? Like after the year that we've had, everybody's like taking better care of themselves, or at least attempting to take better care of themselves. And as a result, everybody wants a wearable that'll tell them how to look after themselves good.
Yeah, no, I see the benefit of it. Personally, though, I get kind of freaked out when I have too much information. Like, if it tells me that my heart rate is spiking, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm going to die, or I should be already dead. I don't like having that level of information. It is kind of medical grade information. It's very useful if you're someone who's training for a marathon, or if you're doing something alongside a fitness plan and you know what your goal is and you know what your heart rate should be, or, you know, what your... the different windows that you should be reaching in terms of your stats. Personally, I kind of walk from here to my desk and back again, so I don't need all that level of information. But people are curious about it, so I think once you don't let it kind of rule and ruin your life, you're grand.
I have a sleep tracker, and frequently I'll be awake in the middle of the night going, oh, I must check, and then it doesn't register that. And then there's other nights where I feel like I've been awake and where I feel like I haven't been awake, and it's just, I'm not quite convinced.
Well, this is what, because I was talking to Nathan about the Fitbit Sense, because he previously had a Huawei one and he wasn't happy with that because it wasn't picking up the fact that he was up in the middle of the night with his youngest child, and he wanted sort of, I suppose, a bit of martyrdom and be like, look, I did get up. And so it wasn't reflecting
you can't
accurately.
cheat this thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they are getting better. I do think the higher end ones, like the Fitbit Sense, are more accurate. Sometimes, and I said this before, some of the lower end ones will count you kind of lifting up a slice of pizza as a step, and obviously that's not a step. So you do need the more accurate sensors, and they always say that these are not medical grade devices, so don't, again, kind of freak yourself too much out by them.
There's a Beats logo?
No, that is a Google Chromecast.
Okay,
so it's quite similar to the Beats logo, to be fair to you. This is the original Chromecast, and for those who don't know, this is the most used device in my house. It plugs into your TV with a HDMI port, and then it lets you stream all kinds of content from your phone onto the TV. So whether you have Netflix, Disney, if you want to listen to OTB and you can stream it through your TV, you can do all of that very, very seamlessly, and it's less than €40. I just think it's a game changer. A lot of the TVs now, the fancy pants smart TVs, the interface isn't fantastic. You know, if you go on Twitter any night of the week, you will see people quite literally yelling in capital letters on Twitter about how crap their TV interface is. They can't navigate it. This allows you to do everything from your phone. You just open the app that you want and then you're sorted. So I do think for 40 quid you can't go wrong. There's a newer version of this though, and it's just over 60 quid, and it's the Chromecast with Google TV. and it comes with a little remote, and the idea is that it pulls the content from all the different streaming services. So say you want to watch a comedy movie, rather than having to open Disney, Amazon and Netflix, it'll actually pull all the comedy movies for you into one sort of line, and it's easier to scan through. It is such a time saver. So if you are happy to spend the extra little bit of money, I would recommend it.
That's pretty good, because I signed up for Amazon and I have a, can't even remember, it's Panasonic TV, and they don't have Prime, so you've got to get it on the phone, and then you've got to cast the phone.
Yes.
And sometimes it doesn't really work very well.
Yeah. This takes the pain out of all of that, and it also means that you're not going around looking for a HDMI cable, which is a pain in the face.
Yeah, because they don't really exist that much anymore. So this is the bit of...
the other bit is just this.
Chipolo.
Yeah, this is my swipe card. I've wiped it down. But the idea with this little Chipolo, this is another passive-aggressive gift, and I would highly recommend it. So again, if you live with somebody or know somebody that constantly loses their stuff, whether it's their keys, whether it's their bag, whether it's their fob, you can get them a Chipolo, and they are €25, and it pairs to your phone via Bluetooth, and it means then you have an app on your phone where, like, I've turned my Bluetooth off there now, and it's just told me that I've lost access to my access card. You can track exactly where you last left it, so it'll come up on the map that it's here in Diggs Lane. I can also ring it, which is a game changer. So if you lose your keys constantly down behind the couch, you can call them and you can find out exactly where they are rather than tearing the house apart. This has been a welcome addition in my home for someone in particular.
So I used to have, what was the other one?
You had a tile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to change the battery on the tile and then it goes. Is this the same?
Yeah, that's the same. Now, I find the battery life better on these than on the tile, and I also prefer, again, the interface on it, so I would recommend those over the tile.
And, sorry, can you change the battery yourself?
Yeah, you can. You just rip it open.
Ah, OK, because with the tile, I think that's basically it.
Yeah, no, so these ones are, it's kind of like the old school Nokia 3310s, you know, where you used to rip the cover off. You can kind of do that with them and pop a new battery in.
OK, that makes sense. There's a couple of other things here.
Yeah.
These are kind of
both
speakers, right?
Both speakers. So the one... the one that you just pointed there now, so that is the new Amazon Echo Dot. This is the 4th generation of it. I see so many of these selling this Christmas, between this and then the new Google Nest Audio, which is the new name for Google Home. These are the smart assistants that are also excellent speakers. You'll see the new design, the little spherical design. It looks so much better than the original one. And these are usually around 60 quid, and they're down to 40 at the moment. And I would highly recommend it for a whole host of different reasons. Firstly, you can stream audio to it. You can obviously use it as a smart assistant, reminding you things, telling you things. You can also play
Alexa,
your music.
play OTB Sports Radio on TuneIn.
That was very seamless there.
There you go.
Well done. This is not his first rodeo. They are great for 40 quid. Again, it's a nice novelty gift for somebody who doesn't have one. What I would recommend, though, is getting familiar with the different buttons on the top. Because there are buttons that you can mute the mic, which I do think is important if you don't want Alexa listening the entire time. You can also control the volume. It's getting better at recognising the Irish accent as well. This is something that I struggled with for quite some time with all of the smart assistants. It was like, sorry, I don't understand. It's like, yeah, get better. And they have got better, to be fair to them. Yeah. So I do think it is worth having in the home. I know some people don't like the idea of big tech spying on them, but they already know everything anyway, so...
And JBL, this is a
Bluetooth speaker, and it's only very small, as you can see there now. But again, this is a Bluetooth speaker that can pair to your laptop, your phone, your tablet, whatever you have in the home. It can pair to multiple devices. It's €56, and the reason I like this is because, again, you can see the entire body is speaker. So this could fill this entire room. It could actually fill a huge space with very little
house party.
I suppose. Imagine, do you remember those back in the day? I think it's great. For 56 quid, I definitely think it's worth looking at.
And is it waterproof? It looks waterproof.
It is waterproof. It's very, very durable as well. So if we ever get to go to like a beach again or a pool again, it is definitely one to have with
And
you.
the last thing on the desk there, I don't know if you can see that, is...
This is a Ustar kit, and this is another Irish company. They make a few different products. So the one that you have there is more aimed at people who are content creators. So if you aspire to be a YouTuber or an OTB presenter, which is kind of the same thing, this is a good place to start. They also have another version that is the Ustar YouTuber kit, so it's the studio kit, and what comes with that is a green screen, a mic, a ring light, a tripod. It's essentially your start. It's everything that you would need, and it's only €33, and again, it's an Irish company, so I think it's a good one to support this Christmas.
That's basically what we have here in the studio.
Exactly. Yeah.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday, it's worth buying your stuff.
Yeah, but
no?
do your research. So there was a few of the different stores had magazines in the different papers over the weekend saying about their different deals. What I would say is at the bottom of each deal, you will say that, you know, it was on sale at this price from this date to this date, but we don't know what it was on sale for previous to that. So the shops can be quite good at making it seem like you're getting an absolute steal when you're not. What I would say is, firstly, do your research. Don't buy off the first site that you see. Even if there is a bright yellow sticker saying, you know, it's a great deal, shop around. The Galaxy Bud Live headphones that you have there, I saw them on sale in one shop with 20 quid off, and then I found them in another shop with 40 quid off, and that's a big difference.
Yeah. So
make sure that you shop around. Also, and this is kind of the health and safety bit, don't ever put your credit card details into a website that doesn't start with HTTPS. The S means secure, and look for the little lock as well. If you have a Revolut card, you can use your virtual Revolut card. What that means is it generates a new number and 3-digit PIN every time you put it in, and that means you're less likely then to get your card skimmed.
All right, Jess, great stuff. Thanks a million. There's plenty of food for thought for our listeners and our users out there.